Yo guys, what's up? KLN here and welcome back to another video on the channel. As you guys can see, we're in Ultimate Team and today we're going to be reviewing 89 rated CDM Mascherano. So this guy has different links to his base hero card, Premier League, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so anyway, heading into the player bio, he is 5'9" tall with low high work rates, right footed primarily with 3-star skills and a 4-star weak foot. Honestly, the low high work rate on this card is perfect, especially if you are going to be playing this guy at that CDM position. Now when it comes down to the price on this card, he is not that expensive. He's going for around 150k, which like I said, for the CDM position is pretty useful. He can also start as centre back, by the way, if you do need to play him as centre back. However, with his height being, well, not very tall at 5'9", it might be a bit of a struggle. But when it comes down to the attribute details, I decided to slap a shadow on him. Does take his pace up to 86. Shooting is decent, is a 78 shot power. That's about it. That's the only decent stat there. The passing is pretty good. He's got 87 short pass with 84 long pass, which like I said is pretty good, and 71 vision is decent enough. Dribbling on the card, apart from the actual dribbling stat, is pretty good. He's got 91 reactions, 86 ball control, 87 composure, and 73 agility. The defending on this card looks sensational. 99 interceptions, 81 heading accuracy, 95 defensive awareness, 99 stand, and slide tackle. Physical also looks pretty good. 89 jumping and stamina, 83 strength, and 92 aggression. So I'm expecting him to be very good at defending, especially at the CDM position. So with that being said, we are going to jump straight into the gameplay highlights with 89 rated World Cup heroes Javier Mascherano, and straight off the bat here, showcasing some defensive work. He wins the ball back, keeps it very close to his body and moves the pass on to Emre Can, and we can go forward from there because of it. Moving on to the next clip here, again, very similar clips in this video. Mascherano has it, plays a very good pass into Valverde, very accurate pass. Send it through for Choupo-Moting. He's thrown goal. Can we score? No, we can't. He's caught by Kim Min-jae and tackled pretty easily. Moving on to the next clip here, showcasing some interceptions by Mascherano. He loses it and he wins it back in a flash, and we can go forward from there again. And here another good interception, which allows us to get the ball and go forward. Mane gets it into Almiron. Almiron launches through for Choupo-Moting, who couldn't take it down, and we end up losing possession. Here Mascherano gets a short pass, moves it on to Emre Can. Not a very easy pass by any means, but Mane moves it on to Choupo-Moting, takes a touch, goes for goal, and finds the back of the net. But just showing there that Mascherano's passing is pretty good, especially at the CDM position. He can create many chances, and he can also win a few headers here. Just gets there ahead of Frankie de Jong, wins the header, and we can go forward. Unfortunately, we couldn't in that situation, we lost it. But here Mascherano wins the ball back with a good interception, play the pass back to him under a lot of pressure, and he keeps it against two of this guy's players and launches that pass across to Ferdinand Mendy. Ferdinand Mendy dinks it over the top to Emre Can, helps it on to Choupo-Moting. Big chance. Choupo-Moting somehow misses the target, but brilliant work from Mascherano to keep the ball close to his feet, keep himself composed, and make that pass out to Mendy. Here again, he steps in, makes a pretty good interception. Mane helps it on to Choupo-Moting, who's through on goal here. Can he convert this time? Cuts inside, goes for goal, and finds the back of the net. But all that possible because of that interception and that good pass by Mascherano, getting himself a pre-assist. Apparently that's the thing, and Choupo-Moting is there to tuck away the chance. Here again, good interception by Mascherano, makes that pass onto the centre mid, and we can go forward from there. Mane finds Choupo-Moting. Can he get past Rudiger? Yes, he can eventually. Big chance. Choupo-Moting, green time, and unfortunately I smashed it at the goalkeeper, who makes a pretty easy save. Moving on to the next clip here, Navas wins it back, gives it into Mascherano, just testing out the little cute passes, and he does very well to find Choupo-Moting, who unfortunately loses it after some pretty good skill. Heading on to the next clip here, Mascherano, right place at the right time, good touch to take it past that man, and unfortunately that pass from Almiron wasn't the best. But regardless, heading on to the next clip here, Mascherano wins it back with a pretty good tackle, gets the ball from Ramon Araujo, moves it on to Valverde, and again, getting himself a pre-assist. Like I said, I don't even know if that's a thing, but apparently it is. And we do end up scoring another goal with Choupo-Moting, courtesy of a good pass by Mascherano. Here though, gets the proper assist. Brilliant pass through the gap, threaded through to perfection, and Choupo-Moting is there with an easy finish. Brilliant, calm and composed finish by Choupo-Moting, but what a ball by Mascherano to send it through again, and we're going to do the same thing here. Brilliant pass in behind, Choupo-Moting takes it on his chest and scores A very good goal, but what a ball by Mascherano, putting in the defensive work, winning the ball back, and doing what you want CDM to do, winning the ball back and making that pass forward for us to go ahead and score. Here again, right place at the right time, chilling outside the box to receive the pass, gets it into Almiron, launches it through for Choupo-Moting. It's another chance. Can we get another pre-assist? Yes, we can. And Choupo-Moting cuts it away, but again, Mascherano, right place at the right time, outside the box, to receive that pass and move it on so that we could end up getting a goal. Here though, again, perfect positioning from him, right place at the right time, and he intercepts that pass, loses it, and immediately is in there to win the ball back, just showcasing his tenacity and his aggression. Actually, being 92 rated, you expect him to be pretty aggressive, and he is here as well. Really steps up and crunches the defender. This is with him at centre back. Like I said, steps up and absolutely crunches the defender to win the ball back. Here he receives the pass after getting a good header back to him, holds off his man and launches a brilliant pass across the pitch to Almiron, and we could go forward from there. Choupo-Moting with a chance, and unfortunately it is wide, but very good work from Mascherano to keep the ball, and he launches a ridiculous pass through to that man. Here, face to face with Zinchenko, does well to get past him, can get the pass back into him, tests out his dribbling here, decent dribbling, keeps it close and testing out the shooting as well, and he does end up scoring a pretty good goal. I was very surprised by it. I honestly did not expect him to score that, but he ends up scoring it by smashing it over the goalkeeper's head. Here he loses it, wins it back. Again, look at the aggression, right back in the thick of things to win the ball back. 1-2 with Choupo-Moting, and now we can go forward. He gets it into Almiron, who unfortunately does end up losing it. Anyway, moving on to the next clip here, he gets it, holds off Lukaku, gets past him very well, makes that pass to Sadio Mane, who unfortunately loses it, but Mascherano continues his run, takes a touch past the defender, and unfortunately the touch was a bit too heavy, and we end up losing possession. Last clip of this video though, again just testing out the heading, and he wins the header against Rafael Leao, if I'm not mistaken. But like I said, that was the last clip of this video, so with that being said, it is time to review the card, and as you guys can see, some pretty decent stats. I'm not gonna lie, he does have 8 games with 1 goal and 2 assists, which like I said is pretty decent from a CDM position, and he was responsible for a lot more than 3 goals. So honestly, this card was very good, especially when it came down to winning the ball back and linking up the play. But when it comes down to the pace in the card is phenomenal. This guy doesn't feel like he has 78 pace, especially at CDM. He does move very quickly, and so for the pace, I'm going to go ahead and give him an 8.2 out of 10. This guy honestly feels pretty fast. Shooting isn't great. Yes, he got a goal, but I did try out quite a lot of shots that unfortunately were extremely wide of the goals or scuffed. So shooting, not great, 6 out of 10. Passing on the card is surprisingly pretty good. The short passing was decent. He came away with 1 or 2 assists, actually 2 assists, which were pretty good. And the long passing in general throughout this video, you guys saw, was very good, as well as the quick short passes into the midfielders. So when it comes down to the passing, I'm going to go ahead and give him an 8.5 out of 10, which I know is pretty high, but if you look at the short pass and long pass stats on its own, it is very good. It is pretty decent. So honestly, an 8.5 out of 10 is well worth it. You don't need to cross with this guy, don't need to take free kicks with this guy, and you don't really need curve with this guy either. So passing on the card, an 8.5 out of 10. Dribbling is surprisingly very good. He moves very quickly and he can keep the ball pretty close to his body, which was very surprising. So for dribbling, had the actual dribbling stat not been so low, would have gotten an 8.5 as well, but because the actual dribbling isn't that great, but the reactions and ball control are, and the composure is, so the dribbling is going to get an 8.2 out of 10. The defending, however, is phenomenal. This guy really puts in a very strong tackle at CDM, at centre back, wherever you have him, he will make that tackle. So defending is very good. I'm going to go ahead and give him a 9.3 out of 10. Honestly, the defending is very good, especially the interceptions at the CDM position. When it comes down to the physical on the card, again, pretty good. He lost the full 90. He jumps up high to win the headers, and his aggression really makes a big difference because he's not afraid to get stuck in and win the ball back. Best position for this card would definitely be the CDM position. I feel as though he's not tall enough and strong enough to bounce players off that are running through on goal, but at the CDM position he is more than fast enough, and his interceptions, being 99 rated, is more than good enough for him to reach in the nick of time and win the ball back. So honestly, best position would be the the CDM position, and the best chem style is honestly up to you. It is between the shadow chem style and the Catalyst Chem Cell, but he definitely does need a boost to the pace. I feel as though that makes a pretty big difference. The passing is fine, but obviously with the Catalyst Chem Cell would be a lot better. Again, the defending is also fine, but with the Shadow Chem Cell, just foolproofing it, making it as good as it could be. So like I said, it does depend on you, who you have at center mid. I had some pretty decent passes of the ball at center mid, so the Shadow Chem Cell for me was the way to go. Just win the ball back, move it onto center mid, and go forward. If you want Mascherano to be the creative CDM, then definitely the Catalyst Chem Cell. Is he worth the price you would pay for him, being 150,000? Yes, this guy is the best CDM in the Premier League, bar none. Maybe that Fabinho could be better, but I will try him out soon enough and let you guys know as soon as I get enough tokens. But like I said, Mascherano is pretty good and I 100% recommend him. With that being said, I bring it into the video. If you liked it, smash a thumbs up, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one. Peace.